the land of Lincoln, LaRue County. We all know Abraham Lincoln was a wrestler. I think he's probably the first LaRue County wrestler. But we got to have the first state champion. And our guest here today, Mr. Jason Detre, LaRue County. You were the first LaRue County state champion, correct?
That is correct. That was our first state medalist the year before with the fourth place. And then followed that up my junior year with our first state championship.
So Abraham Lincoln, let me tell you something. You best be watching yourself. Now, Jason, how do you find wrestling? How do you become the first state medalist, the first state champion? Are you just walking the halls of LaRue County High School and they come up and say, hey, do you want to wrestle? If you start in elementary school? Or how did it work?
Well, it kind of happened like that, but I was in 6th grade.
Okay.
And Jack LaRue, his brother, Aaron LaRue, was one of our first wrestling team. And Jack recruited 2 other 6th graders to come out and wrestle with him. And we wrestled our 6th grade year. We were in with the high school, and we wrestled with them. And I think that that entire year I got 3 matches, and three matches I believe when I was a 6th grader total. And they were all the home meets and exhibition with another kid from our school. Right. And that's where we got started. So, you know, we had a little core group of kids that started, and then we wrestled 7th grade year. I wrestled the swing man on varsity. I went from the fill-ins. Coach Cantor was a big dual person. He bumped around to get dual wins. Right. So that means I usually wrestled the top opponent from the other team, and it didn't. My record for my 7th grade year is not very good at all. And then 8th grade year they put in that Joe Carr rule as we know it. And just wrestled middle school and some JV that year.
The Joe Carr rule. Now, of course, we have done Joe Carr's videos. Go back and watch it. We have his 8th grade year, but this video is about Jason. So it doesn't. It's got your record at 41-1. There's like a question mark beside of it. Is that right? 41-1 as a junior?
41-1.
Wow, that's incredible. So,
and I think that's 42-1 at the end of the year.
Okay, that may be what the question mark is.
Going into finals, it was 41-1.
So we got to ask about the one before we get started. What's the one?
I got beat by Travis Bowman in district finals. And it was one of those matches where I didn't wrestle really, really well. Travis and I had wrestled each other a lot in our career. And it's just one of those things where you go out and you don't perform and somebody catches you and beats you.
I can understand that. And it's on here, Travis is in the other part of the bracket, which we know that would happen. Let's talk about your 1998 state championship bracket. You started off wrestling Dan Wilkerson from PRP, Pleasure Ridge Parkway. Dan ended up coming in 6th, but you win that by tech fall, 18-3. Next round, you wrestle Richard Puckett from Louisville Eastern. You win that by fall in 3 minutes. The semifinals, you wrestle Brett Ryan from St. Xavier. End up winning a pin in 55 seconds. Now Brett comes in 3rd that year. Then you get to the finals and you wrestle Trey Wolverton from Louisville Trinity. It says his record is 40-5. Now, fun little fact here, you're going to see a singlet that is already been seen. Bo Hoffman wore it in the 2000 finals, and when I messaged Bo, because he told me a story about it, like how he got it, but I didn't know how like he actually acquired or how like it was made. And when I sent him a message telling him he was going to be doing a video with me, he sent back like big bold letters, "Are you doing a video with Detre?" And I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "All right, man." So, Bo, shout out to your singlet. Shout out to Trey's singlet. You're going to see it just in a second. But this is your first time anybody's been under the lights for LaRue County. What are you feeling? What are you thinking? What's going through your mind?
Not to get beat.
Not to get beat. Well, I mean, that's a good thing to be thinking in the finals, right?
And that was the mentality. I know you had Jimmy Shaw on here earlier, and we had a team full of individuals that didn't necessarily have a winning mentality, but we had a mentality we didn't want to get beat. We did not like to lose.
I understand that.
And I think when you're looking into the finals, I think one thing that I would say, if you have any regrets about the finals of how you wrestled, I wrestled to win.
Hey.
And I didn't wrestle to dominate. I wrestled to win.
I understand that.
And I think that, if you ever get Drew Newberry on here, he won for the state. And I talked to him before a state match, and I told him one thing that I would tell you: go out and dominate. If you're able to do it, go out and take care of business.
That's fair enough. Now, earlier in Jimmy's video you guys saw, he talks about that if he come out and wrestle, if you come out and play baseball, and then something happened, you got hurt or something that affected you, didn't get to finish the year out.
Well, I went out and I tried out for baseball, but I think I crow hopped it from center field over the catcher's backstop there, and that was the end of it.
That's the end of the baseball career, huh?
End of the baseball career.
I feel you. I feel you. So you're under the lights. Had you wrestled Trey before?
Yes, I wrestled Trey earlier in the year. I wrestled him, and I beat him in overtime at the Woodford County duels. It was the Woodford County duels. Travis Bowman had wrestled Trey after me and beat him that day too. So a couple of his losses were on that day for Trey.
It's got 40-5. So
yeah, and we wrestled a lot. We had went to junior nationals, and we wrestled each other the summer before at in Woodford County, where Joe Carr and Joe Carr Sr. put on the camp. We wrestled a lot that summer, so we had wrestled each other quite a bit.
Now, off camera, you was telling me you've never seen this before. Well, maybe you've never seen since maybe a year or two after the fact, right?
Right. I don't have either one of my state championship videos, and we have a few clips of them that are on the highlight tapes, which I do have. So I've seen clips.
Okay.
The highlights.
Well, after today, you're going to have the full. We're going to give you a copy of it that way you can have plus this video. So enough of us talking, man. You ready to watch it?
Absolutely. Let's do it.
We're at the dungeon, Frankfort, Kentucky, at the Farnham Dungeon Center. Now, 1998 has the introductions as well as the match. Now, had you wrestled under lights like this before for any other tournaments or any off-season meets or anything?
Never. We had never been under the lights. We tried doing a little spotlight at one of our home meets one time, and it didn't work out so well. But no, this is the first time under the lights.
And this is not just because I referee, not because I wrestled in school, but this environment, under the lights, the introductions, the music, all that, it felt like this was an event. It felt like this was a primetime event, something that you needed to, like pay-per-view, Mike Tyson-esque, UFC style event. So let's watch it, man. I can't wait.
Absolutely. I think this time this is one of the best venues.
Oh, by far.
In all of KHSAA sports.
By far. Here comes Trey.
Yeah, Trey was a pretty good sized guy compared to me as far as height and all.
All right, so you're of course in the blue singlet, and there's that familiar Trinity singlet we've already seen with Bo.
So a lot of hand fighting. Trey's, as you can see, he's strong. We're both two strong individuals. And you're going to see a lot of battle.
See, you've got some massive legs. Ain't nobody getting a shot on you.
No, I didn't have a lot of takedowns. Really, a lot of people taking down. I wrestle an awkward style for most people. My left foot's forward, so I wrestle a southpaw stance, which is unusual for a lot of people to compete against. So a lot of pushing, shoving. Not a lot of commitments going on here.
Yeah, no. But you guys have wrestled before. You know each other. You know what you're going to at least try for. I'm sure you probably have an idea what he's wanting to go for.
Yeah, I'm looking for a double. That basically I was a one pony show. I had a double leg that I could wrestle with. I felt confident on my feet.
Right.
And that's what you're going to see. A lot of circling. A lot of battle. So no real, a lot of knee drops, no real shot attempt there. And I'm going to get in here and take a shot sometime during this period, I believe.
My goodness. There it is. Now that right there is just brute strength.
Yeah, I wrestled a lot of doubles.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting a stall count here,
Yep.
and which you know, I don't necessarily know that I agree with that call right then, without somebody saying something like off the leg.
Yeah.
So I get my first stall warning there after that takedown.
It should be close to the end of the period.
It's right there.
Yeah. No, he didn't give a. Yes, okay, he gave a 1.
He gave a 1, which is questionable. I don't know, but it's a 1.
Now they're going to conference about it. All right, yep. It's like he just faded off in the oblivion right
Yeah,
there.
you can't see him. They took it away,
Okay.
which is the right call.
Yeah, I agree with that. I don't know if it was before the.
And I'm not a top rider, so I never was. To be honest, after I started coaching wrestling, I learned so much more about being on the top.
Right. So he's still asking about his 1, looks like. So you're down. What's your go-to? Just a straight stand-up? What are we looking to do here?
I'm going to do a stand-up. I'm going to get taken and then just right return, and then right back up, get hand control,
Right.
in and out. I found the stand-up for me is most effective. You know, less room for error there.
I get you. 100% understand that.
Now, I think I get another takedown this period. I'm not for sure.
Nope, we're out. Neutral.
No real shot attempts going on there. A lot of posturing, I guess, would be, as you would say.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not for sure how tall Trey is, but I'd say Trey's probably, I'm at a good day, I'm at 5'7". I would say he's 6'1".
Yeah, you can tell there's a noticeable height difference. But, I mean, like, done a video with Tendai Cherasika, and I think his 94, I think Archie Step may have been like a foot taller than him.
Right.
But Tendai was just an animal.
Beast. He was a beast. I remember watching Tendai wrestle when I was a freshman. And there were some men back then. That was Miguel Merritt.
Oh, yeah. Be looking out for Miguel on the channel. He's going to be coming up in a couple weeks.
I got all I wanted of Miguel when I was a freshman.
I guarantee it. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, I was a freshman at 189.
Son. You've got some guns on you, bud. You got some muscle.
We were. I was strong. There's no doubt about that.
Right.
And you know,
All right, so there's your second stall.
which I don't know what the call there was on the stall. I guess it was a blocking with my forearm.
Yeah.
But not for real sure about that.
He's going for a throw, looks like, some type of trip. You move well on your feet right there. You're real agile looking.
I'm quick. I was always quick. He's gonna get up here pretty quick. So I think the score is 3-1 at this moment, with one stall call.
Optional start. Now, was that a strategic, just you knew you couldn't hold him, or didn't want to hold him, I should say? I got you. Now, that makes sense.
I never held anybody down. It wasn't I was better on my feet, going feet to back, feet to back, feet to back.
Hey.
I mean, I think you saw that in my first. If you look at that, I get spread out here pretty good, able to recover, right back into a crotch lift, take him down.
Too red. And we're out of bounds. Let's see. That should be 5-2, I think now.
5-2, it is.
5-2.
So I'm sure I tried to ride him for a minute, but it's going to be, it's not going to be much of a ride, as you can see. I wasn't, again, on my feet I was the most comfortable, but I think you saw, I tech fought a kid. I think the young man I wrestled from Eastern, I had to take him down and let him up several times until he just went to his back. I was just more comfortable on my feet. And a lot of that had to deal with my height and my style of wrestling. I was compact. It was hard for people to get in a shot on me.
He forestalling right there, Green did. And that's, I think it was me and Jim were talking about, you at this level, at this type of match, you know what you're good at, you know what you're not good at. And if you're more comfortable on your feet, then by all means, man, you got to go where you can win that match. I say that wasn't backing out. That was a force out.
So, I think I've shot 5 or 6 times during this match, like legitimate, good shots.
Now, can you hear the crowd? Can you hear like your family, your parents, whoever's there supporting you?
No. It kind of drowns out. But I had a big support system there.
Yeah.
Somebody's getting a count there on the side there. I'm not for sure what we're counting about there. A lot of fake shots. And then there's another style warning.
What in the world?
Which
I don't know what's going on there.
I thought that. So I get in there, make another shot. He attempts to do a little headlock. It's not really, not going to happen.
Oh, there it is, 2.
So I think in that state finals match, he got up 2 times, had 2 stalling points, which there's not much. I know there's not much time on the clock left right now. I'm not for sure what it is, without being able to see the scoreboard.
Yeah. Caution red. Optional start. What's going on here, guys? What do we
got a caution on the green? I guess he looked back to look which side.
All right, optional start again. Trying to get away, you're holding on, good ride. Nope, that wasn't one hit. Didn't turn face. Same thing, optional start. Alright, boom, gets his 1. That's it. Shake his hand. So that's 7-4.
7-4.
7-4 on the finals.
Yeah, 7-4.
This has the medal presentation as well.
Yeah. No, I think that when you get to climb up that medal, that's something you feel really good about.
Oh yeah, and I think that was Coach Carr handing the medal right there.
That's who it looked like, yes.
So you got to watch it now for the first time in however many years. Did anything play out differently than you remember?
No, it not really. I didn't remember the match being out of my control. Mm-hmm. And I guess when you look at that last takedown, that put it in. But I didn't feel uncomfortable on my feet.
I understand.
And I think I felt good. That's where I wanted to be at. And that's where most of the match was spent at.
No, and that's, you wrestled it the whole match where you felt most comfortable, and it paid off. That's a lesson, kids. You don't always have to, if you don't feel comfortable going or riding somebody, let them up. Of course, if your coach tells you to ride somebody out, if you're younger, do it. But when you get to this level and you feel like, hey, this guy's stronger, this guy's a whole lot longer than I'm used to wrestling, and you feel your takedowns are unstoppable or you can ride somebody, whatever, wrestle the match where you feel like it's going to be the best advantage to you.
Yeah, wrestle your strength. I've seen people take top, because that's where they feel comfortable scoring. That's where they're going to score at. Mm-hmm. They might not be that good on their feet, and they might not be that good on the bottom, but they want top.
Exactly.
They want to take what you can get.
And it paid off. Now, Jason's a 2-time state champion, 1998, 1999. If the next video below this one is going to be Jason's 1999, you haven't seen that one either?
No, never.
Okay, so it's going to be a treat for everybody. So the first state champion that LaRue County ever had, first state placer, and you had teammate Jim Shaw, which is the video above this one, or 2 above this one, for the his 140-pound state championship. And I'm sure that having a teammate in the finals that year was like, man, we can do it together.
Right, and we actually, Jimmy and I grew up together. We graduated together. We were pretty tight. We're brothers almost, you could say.
Right.
And we wrestled brothers in the finals.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I was going to bring that up. So we'll see you guys in the 1999 video, which is below this one in the playlist. We'll see you guys there.